Hi everyone, and welcome to Unico. My name is Don Wright, and I'm the Director of Engineering here at Unico, and I'm standing inside of our world headquarters here in Franksville, Wisconsin. Thank you for joining me today for a short tour of our manufacturing facility where we build world-class drives and systems for many different industries. Today, I'd like to walk you through some of the highlights that we have for our test stand industry, where we build e-axle, battery, e-drive, and engine test beds for customers all over the world. One example of this is the system you see behind me. This is actually a 500 kilowatt e-axle test bed that has a built-in battery emulator. But I'll get into some more details about this system a little bit later. I'm also excited to share with you the highlights of our new silicon carbide drives, which will be launching soon. I'm really happy to share with you today our brand new silicon carbide drive. This is in the AC configuration, so you can see that there's 3 power sections, one for each phase. Sitting on top of this is our control box. In this control box houses the E27 control board along with the DCR5 current regulator. It's a very modular architect, so if you need more power, you can easily add sections of 3, 6, 9, or 12 sections for additional power for the AC application. For DC, we have a smaller control box and a single unit as a DC output. You can then parallel multiple single devices to give you more power in the DC application. So despite the loud noise and the large mess, I'm very excited to show you this. Why is this so exciting? Well, this is our new silicon carbide modules undergoing thermal testing. And this is important because this is one of the steps you have to do in order to UL certify your drives. One of the advantages of Unico's drives is that we can UL list all of our drives. We perform this test here by running the drives 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for a specific period of time. If you're interested in our silicon carbide solutions, please let us know and we'll be happy to help you. So as mentioned in the beginning of this video, this is a great example of what we can do here at Unico. This is a 500 kilowatt e-axle drive system with an integrated battery emulator. This allows you to only have one building connection to the grid for both the dyno drives as well as the battery emulator. So what you have in the first 2 cabinets here, this is the active front end. You feed the incoming power into the first cabinet where we have the main disconnect, and this is then fed into our regen unit. The regen unit can regenerate any excess energy not utilized by the system back to the building grid. We also include a discharge resistor so that if there is a fault in the system and you need to dissipate the energy from the drives and there is no building grid available, we can discharge that energy into the discharge resistor. The next 2 cabinets are the battery emulator or battery simulator. This battery emulator has the capability of 600 kilowatts continuous and up to 750 kilowatts peak. As you may have noticed, this is sized a little bit bigger than the regen unit, and this is because the energy is recirculated on the DC bus. So as the dynos are regenerating energy from the output of the e-axle, the battery emulator can actually generate more power than what is available from the active front end. This makes the test system very efficient, very high power, without the need for a huge grid connection in the facility. As mentioned, the system regenerates any excess energy back to the building grid. However, if you're in a facility that doesn't allow this, we can design systems with anti-islanding and other functions that will prevent the excess energy from going to the building. Of course, the final cabinet are 2 of our dyno drives. Each one of these dyno drives is connected to a dyno motor, which is then connected to the output of the e-axle. The power that is generated by the e-axle is then absorbed by the dyno motors, returned to these dyno drives, and then recirculated inside of the cabinet back to the DC bus. Thank you for joining me today on this quick tour of our manufacturing facility. Hopefully you saw something that was interesting and you want to reach out and contact us. We look forward to hearing from you soon.